Speaking of embarrassing, the Miami Heat have lost 5 straight games. 5 straight games we have lost. Last night's loss against the Toronto Raptors, 106-96. Like I said, it extends the losing streak to 5 games. Miami's currently sitting at this point ninth in the Eastern Conference with a 14-12 record. Back in the play-in, where we have sat cozily for, I believe, 3 straight seasons now. 3 straight seasons. It's been rough. It's been rough these last 5 games. And the teams that we've been playing against, it's not like we're facing a juggernaut schedule, ladies and gentlemen. The Magic are a good team. We've lost 2 games against them, but the Kings are not. The Dallas Mavericks are not. And it's embarrassing losing against those teams. Offensively, we've put up 108, 105, 111, 108, and 96. We're supposed to be on a 120 point per game team. Last 5 games, it has not been the case. And yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough stretch of games. It feels like after that December 1st game against the Clippers where we put up 140 and the team was clicking on all cylinders, it's been downhill since then. And really it's because the team is just not hitting their shots. I mean, we've gotten a cold stretch of shooting in these last couple of games. Somebody who's been getting some minutes primarily that has been very cold, Simone Fontecchio. It's been rough. He started this year off shooting so incredibly well. The Duncan Robinson trade looked good, and now it's looking worse and worse as the weeks go by. It seems like his hot shooting is just it's just not it's just not there anymore. And I don't want to solely focus on Simone Fontecchio because honestly, Simone Fontecchio is a role player, so he's not the guy I'm really looking at. I'm looking at guys like Tyler Hero. And Tyler Hero did not play last night, but that's kind of my point. Tyler Hero has missed a ton of games this year. This time with a toe injury. I mean, he came back and he played well against Dallas. He had 24 points in that game, closed them out. 29 against Milwaukee, 24 against Detroit, 22 against the Clippers, and 20 against Dallas. And then he missed against Orlando. He missed against Sacramento, but then he came back against Orlando. He had 20. It feels like Tyler's 20. It doesn't help the team as much as I thought it would. I thought adding Tyler Hero to the offense would make the offense better. Somehow, I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's Tyler Hero's fault solely. I think it's gotten worse. The offense has gotten worse ever since Hero has been back in the swing of things. Obviously, he's been in and out of the lineup, so it's hard to really give this team a full diagnosis of what is wrong. Well, we can because the offense isn't good right now. It's not a good offense right now. Right now, it's not a good offense. I mean, we're 15th in offensive rating, and we have the best pace in the league. Playing fast doesn't mean you are a good offense. It doesn't make you a good offense, okay? And even though this offense is way better than last year, hands down better than last year, like scoring 96 points would have been regular for the Miami Heat last year. It was bad. It was a bad offense. So I'm glad we're playing better. We're playing faster. But the offense now, we're just simply not hitting our shots. But really, what do we expect from this team? And I don't want to think big picture. It's December, and this team could turn it around. But right now, we're 14-12. Okay, 9th seed in the Eastern Conference. What exactly is the ceiling of this team, right? What exactly is the ceiling of this team? Again, this is very premature talk because we're in December, right? The second full month of basketball. We're halfway through December. So really not a time to be like panicking too much. But I will say that like even during the winning streak, right? Even during the winning streak. During this winning streak. Was there any hope that like this team could go all the way and win a championship. That is the goal for the Miami Heat, to win a championship. We've been to the finals with 2 times this decade, okay? We know what it's like to play in these big games in the finals, but winning it is different. Winning it is completely different. We want to win it at this point. We've already gotten a taste of the finals. We want to go all the way and win the championship. What's it going to take? And I don't think this team has it. I don't think this team has it. Shout out to Bam Adebayo. Offensively, he has limitations. It's clear he has limitations. And even though a lot of people within that organization call him no ceiling, even when his offensive game grows, like getting a 3-point shot, right? Getting a 3-point shot, or getting or growing more in his mid-range game, it feels like it's not translating well enough. And I get it. He's the defensive anchor of the team. So I'm not going to knock Bam for offensively him being a little bit weaker, because that's not Bam's strength. Bam's strength has always been the defensive side of the ball and anchoring that. And he's anchoring a top 5 defense. He's doing his job. But offensively, can we rely on Tyler Hero? Can we rely on Norman Powell? Can we? Tyler Hero, it's all about health. But even Norman Powell, like, he's been in and out of the lineup too. Can we rely on these guys down the road to beat a team like Detroit, who has a Cade Cunningham? Beat a team like New York, who has a Jalen Brunson? Are we good enough to beat a team like the Orlando Magic, who we haven't beat this year? Who have guys like Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero to go to? And now Desmond Bane, apparently. He cooked us in that game a couple nights ago. So really, the question is, do we have that guy? And the answer should be yes, because we have Norman Powell and Tyler Hero. But the thing is, even though the answer is yes, it's also no. Because in spite of the fact that these two are scoring machines, it seems like the offense cannot flow correctly. Still, like, we can talk about playing fast all we want, okay? We can play fast all we want. But you can also run on a treadmill, right? You could be on the treadmill, you could be running really fast. It doesn't mean you're going anywhere. You're still in place. And this offense is faster, but we're still middle of the pack. Now, it's better than last year. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. It's a better offense than last year. It is. But but what we need right now is not just better. We're trying to compete for something greater. That's a championship. Are we not? We are. Okay, then. So that should lead to this next thing pretty easily. The Miami Heat need Giannis Antetokounmpo. We need Giannis. And I'll go as far as to say we need Giannis more than any team in the league needs Giannis. More than New York. More than San Antonio. More than OKC for sure. All these teams that want Giannis don't need Giannis. The Knicks have a team that could go to the NBA Finals. They have a roster that can go to the NBA Finals. They do. They do. The Pistons even have a roster that can go to the NBA Finals. They can. So, do we have a roster that can go to the NBA Finals? Better yet, do we have a roster that can win the NBA Finals? The answer is obviously no. The answer is no. It's no. And that's an unfortunate answer. But you want to know what makes us a contender? Getting a top 3 power forward of all time. Getting a player who has been averaging 30 the last 6 seasons. On incredible efficiency. An underrated passer. An all-world defender. I'm talking about an all-time great player. We have a chance to get him. What are we waiting for? And I see Heat fans saying, oh, but Kalel Ware, look at Kalel. oh, look at Jaime Jaquez. Look how good he's playing. Oh, give Jovic time. Give Hero time. Do we want to win? Do we want to win? If we want to win, Giannis is the guy to lead us to the winning way. But keeping Kalel and keeping Jaime and hoping and praying that it turns out okay when Spo isn't really playing Kalel Ware that much either, what are we doing? Look, we can find all these undrafted gems all we want. We could get Drew Smith. We could have Pele Larson. We can have all these players who got it out the mud, that they're hardworking, right? And they're hungry. They're dogs, right? That's what we like. We like dogs on our team. We call our facility the kennel. I'm sorry. Dogs are part of championship teams, but they do not lead to championships directly. That's what superstars are for. That is what superstars are for. We don't have a player on this roster that can take us over the top, that can make us a serious contender. It was Jimmy until he quit on us. It was Jimmy. Jimmy could take us over the top. He did it. Time and time again, he did it. And I don't want to talk too much about Jimmy because Jimmy's a thing of the past. And right now, things aren't really going well for him in Golden State. But when Jimmy was here, he was the guy for us to take us over the top. Shout out to him, man. Kalel Ware had a stretch of games this year where he looked like a damn good center. Damn good. Damn good. And we saw what he could be. And then all of a sudden the minutes started to dwindle. All of a sudden the playing time started to go down and down. What happened? I'm questioning what happened. Am I missing something? Did we just not see him play that well? Am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? Did we not see him average like 20 and 16 for like 5 games straight? What am I missing here? When Bam was out, the team was fine. Why? Because we have Ware. The team could have gone on a 5-game losing streak with Bam out. We could have. It could have gotten ugly. But Ware kept it together. He's our best rebounder. He is our best rebounder. And Bam Adebayo, I'm sick and tired of people like trying to tell me that Bam Adebayo, yes, he's our defensive anchor, but he's not our best rebounder. He's not. It's Kalel Ware. Kalel Ware's our best rebounder. And for some reason, Spo doesn't want to play him. A team that has struggled rebounding the ball. Our best rebounders not playing. 12-minute games I've seen him play. Why? What's going on? What did Ware do? I don't get it. But if you're not going to play Ware, fine. Trade him. Trade him for Giannis. Make the trade for Giannis. Because what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Straight up. Not playing Ware minutes. Not playing Ware with Bam. A lineup that's worked, by the way. It makes me so upset. But what can you do? Look, next game is against the Brooklyn Nets. The Miami have a chance to bounce back against a really bad Brooklyn Net team this Thursday. Ball's on their court. I mean, if we can't beat the 7-8 team Brooklyn Nets, who are going to be without Cam Thomas, by the way, if we can't beat them, if this losing streak extends to that, I mean, I'm not saying fire Spo, at all. I don't want to say that because the roster's not good enough to win anything right now. But man, I'm gonna start. Things are not. It's not gonna be pretty. Is all I'll say. It's not. It's not gonna be satisfying. Oh my goodness. Talking about mediocre teams makes me. Oh my goodness, bro. It's hard talking about mediocrity. And I've talked about it with the Dolphins for a while. With the Miami Heat, I've talked about it for a while. It's frustrating, man. It's very frustrating, and hopefully things change.